Solar is one of the most no-brainer business in 2026. If you're not growing, there are hardly two reasons. First, you're not ambitious. Second, there are 5 areas where if you can improve, you can change everything. The first and foremost thing is brand presence. This is not the last point. This is the very first point. If you're starting your business, make sure you have a good Insta. You have a website because people do Google about you. You think after leaving the meeting, people will make a final call depending upon how good the pitch is. Not really. They Google about you. Even if you are coming from the reference, they will do some quality check of who you are. If you're happy doing 3-5 kilowatt, 5-6 projects a month, that's okay. But if you scale, you would know what's the value of brand presence. Second, don't just start doing site visits or meetings or start sending proposals up until you have done some qualification. If it is coming from the reference, that's good. You have the right data point. But if it is a lead where you're not sure, ask for the electricity bill. Try to do a conversation. Try to understand how serious they are. It will get templatized over the time, but ask him electricity bill, how serious he is, and has he started talking to other companies. If these are the data points around you, you just have to stand out because all the education and pampering and providing information to the customer has been done by your competition. So you take that seriously. Third, now this is a tricky one. You need to bring as much depth you can bring to the conversation. You may think just letting customer know what is the monthly electricity generation, ROI, OEMs, and taking names of Adani and Vari as a brand would help you close the deal, but not really. These days, other companies end up sharing so many data points. They end up educating customers so much that you may, after the meeting, feel what went wrong. And I shared everything, but not really. The other companies have started sharing so many different things. What is DCR? What is non-DCR? What is subsidy? What are use cases of solar? How they can optimize for the right capacity? If they can consider battery? What are different OEMs? Positives, negatives, AMC, time involved in different stages, which is net metering, who is responsible for net metering, how long it can take, everything on the cost, payment terms, timeline, deliveries, everything you are supposed to share in most sophisticated, detailed, and patient manner. Don't get agitated if customers have series of questions to ask. You better answer everything, or they mostly like to go with someone who just doesn't share everything but is very patiently doing it and wins their trust. If you go in a meeting unprepared, if you just think writing something on pen paper or giving one pager bad quality proposal to customer will help you gain the trust, you don't know how difficult it is going for you to negotiate on the price if you don't stand out. So don't send low quality proposals. Make sure you have all the numbers in place. That doesn't mean that you will make a very dull Word document, 25 pages, which even your new salespeople are not able to go through properly, understand it well, and they always somehow have to explain the entire quotation detail. Make sure it's very simple, easy to go through. Have your custom proposal if you want to, but just make sure it's very easy, user friendly. It has some branding, it has color combinations which are in check. It's simple to go through, and more importantly, if customer really has any series of questions to ask, basics are being answered in the proposal itself, because otherwise you did all the conversation but proposal doesn't help. Then conversation starts from ground zero, or something can go against you and you will take so many weeks to keep explaining that deal is going out of you. Lastly, but this I think is really important, if you have crossed a certain stage of your business, do quality work. Really make sure the installation is done really well. You really have to imagine the possibilities which are waiting at end of it if you do a good installation. You haven't just done a solar installation, you are supposed to have the AMC attached to it, because every time the customer is going to have a relative or a friend coming to their place, they will tell about them, oh, I switched to the solar. And if they have to say good things about you, other person is by default come with you, they will take your services. And you don't know, but after a point, 60-70% businesses, people who are there, they can tell you this, that 60-70% business comes from the reference. Even after having those references, you really have to scale, and scaling would not come in check if you have the right, up until you have the right SOPs. You make sure you have all these data points been checked, and of course so many other things which only you know as a company. I'm no one to tell you that, but yes, these are the few standard things which, if you're starting company, going to really matter a lot. And you can see the difference in few companies scaling within a year or two, and doing it in a way that, oh, they were born to do it, but not really. They had certain series of SOPs, and they took branding, marketing, positioning, talking to customer, educating them, and installation very seriously. And last, if you think all of this can be done better if you talk to you, and more than everything, if you want to know how you can start with the lead creation for your journey of your solar EPC company, we can help you with that. For that, if you would like to have a call and access to the documents which can help you get started with leads, comment solar leads and our team will get in touch. I wish you the best. Thank you.